Hey, what's going on? It's BRUNO the GAMA here, Brazilian Health Nuts. I hope that you're having a really good day. I definitely am having an amazing day and getting some sun exposure, just some fresh air. And I want to ask you this right off the gate here. Are you lying to yourself? Are you fucking lying to yourself right now as you listen, as you watch me here? Don't lie to me. Well, I ask you this because I definitely have lied to myself many times in my life, and the consequences are not really good. Let me share two stories with you, my friends. So the first one happened actually when I was still a kid. I was still playing soccer in school back in Brazil, and to be honest with you, I always loved to play soccer. However, at certain point in my life, I started to feel like, you know what, I don't want to be playing soccer anymore. I want to be moving on. I want to be doing something differently. However, there was a lot of pressure from especially my father, from my parents, from family and friends to keep playing, you know, because I was pretty good. I should be following that. I should do that as a career and keep playing. However, I was not feeling happy anymore. I just didn't like to compete into soccer and I want to move on. I was feeling like unhappy. I was feeling dissatisfied with life. And most importantly, I was becoming this little asshole and thinking that life was bad. Because when you are stuck in something that you hate, that you don't want to do it, but you keep doing, you keep lying to yourself, most importantly, it's going to be having consequences in your life. Now, the second time when I caught myself lying to myself actually was again. So I moved on from soccer, I went to play tennis. And I loved to play tennis, I was having fun. And then at certain point, again, I start to feel like, you know what? I don't want to be playing tennis anymore. However, there was a lot of pressure again. I was already following this career to play into the college world, playing tennis and having that from my family, the support, the coaches, my friends, everybody was like, no, you can't stop doing this. You have to keep going. And I was like listening to these people and just following what they're telling me. However, you know what happened to me? I was feeling depressed, I was feeling anxious, I was feeling like life sucks. Is this really what life is about? I was completely unhappy with my life because again, I was being pressured and I was lying to myself. I was letting the external environments control my life. When you let that happen, you are going to be suffering, my friends, no matter what. Now, I was not happy for sure. And maybe you are lying to yourself right now as we talk here. Maybe you are lying to yourself that you are happy with your body. Maybe you are lying to yourself about the way your health is right at this moment, and you look at you and you say, you know what? I can actually go like one more year like this. I can still go 5 years more like this. Maybe in 10 years I'm going to be taking care of my health. Are you lying to yourself right now and you're saying that everything is fine when you know it's not? Maybe even in your relationships with your wife, with your friends, you are lying to yourself. You know that there is something to be improved, to be better, to become better in your relationships, but you keep lying to yourself. Are you lying to yourself right now in terms of your career, my friends? Because maybe you're doing a job that you hate, but it's safe. It makes you money, you feel comfortable. You're just like, you know, I can do this for a little longer. It's fine. But deep inside, you know it's not. Which means that you are lying to yourself. Are you lying to yourself in terms of your happiness? Are you going to be selling your happiness for something else? Because let me tell you, if you keep lying to yourself, what's going to be happening is just one thing. There is consequences for everything. And you can't, I'm going to be saying again, you can't live the Dads on Fire life if you keep lying to yourself, my friends. You have to be changing the situation, and I want to give you 3 tips today. 3 tips for you to start to change your life and stop lying to yourself, because I know that I've done this in my life and the consequences are horrifying. Tip number 1, are you ready here? Tip number 1 for you to stop to lying to yourself is you gotta be honest with yourself first. That's tip number 1, my friends. You have to be humble enough and honest with yourself enough and just admit, you know what? The life that I'm living right now, the actions that I'm taking in my life right now are a lie. I'm lying to myself right now, and admit. The first thing that you have to do is to be honest and to admit. Because if you can't do this, there is no way to change. Nothing else that you're going to be doing is going to be matter, because the first step is always to be honest with ourselves. So that is the first step. Be completely transparent and humble and open-minded and honest with yourself. Now, the second tip that I have for you today, so that you can stop lying to yourself and move on and achieving this amazing life that you want to create for yourself, is that you gotta give the F words, you gotta give the fuck words to everybody else around you. And I mean this. And I don't care if that's your parents, I don't care if that's your wife, I don't care if that's your kids, I don't care. Because the reality is that right now, so far, you have been just taking care of everybody else out there. You not have been treating you the way you should be treating yourself. So you have to give the fuck out to everybody else out there and take care of yourself first. Because if you don't do this first, what's going to be happening? Everybody else is going to be going down with you. Because right now you're going down, and your family is going to be going down with you. You are the leader, you are the dad. So it's like when they say inside of the airplane, what do they tell you? If something happens, they say, put the mask, the oxygen mask on you first. Don't take care of your kids first. You don't take care of your wife first. You take care of yourself first. Because right now, like I said here before, you are taking care of everybody else there first. But now it's time to stop lying to yourself and take care of you, my friends. That's the step number 2 that you have to be following. Now, the third thing that I have for you is you gotta change your environment. You have to doing something differently, because as we talk here, you are just living this life where you don't even know about the possibilities that are out there for you. Why? Because you're not experiencing different things in your life. You keep doing the same things when you wake up. Your job is the same. You go to bed the same way. You watch the same TV shows. You watch the same sports. You do the same things with your wife. You do the same things with your kids. You are not doing anything differently. Therefore, you're going to be having the same results. So if you just change your environment, you start to going into a different, for example, you start going to seminars, maybe you start to reading different books, you start to getting different friends, you're going to be opening your mind for different possibilities that you don't even realize that you can have. And that is one of the biggest reasons why people keep lying to themselves, is because they just don't know what else to do. They don't have different ideas, they don't have different informations, and therefore they're going to be keeping whatever they know how to do it. But if you change your environment, this means that you can actually get a different perspective in life and stop lying to yourself. So that is my goal for you today. That is your assignment. You have to be looking into your life with completely open mind, completely open heart, and decide and ask yourself, am I lying to myself in any area of my life right now? In my health, in my relationship with people, in my career, in my happiness, my purpose for life? Am I lying? And if you are, that's totally fine, you can change. But you gotta be honest, you gotta change the environment, and you have to take care of yourself first. Now, that's all I have to tell you today. If you like this, please do me a favor, share this with an accountability partner, with another dad who you think also is going to be getting value from this information. Do this as a favor here if you like the show. And don't forget to register for the free training that I have for busy dads, where I'm going to be teaching you how to burn more belly fat, how to have more energy without having to do any freaking crazy restriction diet, doing cardio, all of that crap that doesn't work. Just go to BrazilianHealthNuts.com or register right below, and I will see you there. Okay, until then, remember, you gotta take action so that you can have the Dads on Fire life. I will see you very soon. Have an amazing day. Peace.